about fashion today on Kababayan LA, and I'm very excited because, as you know, as women, we all love fashion. But today, more specifically, I'm more excited because we are introducing you to a Kababayan global pride. Her name is Pia Gladys Perey. She has been designing for a few years now, also debuted her collection in Australia, but last night actually started to get into the LA scene with Style Fashion Week LA. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you again.
If you're just joining us, Pia has been talking to us about how wonderful her team was in putting this thing together. And part of that team is Colin, who's not Filipino. Hello, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, thank you. I know I'm the only American on the team.
Yes.
I don't really know how that happened.
What's a guy like you doing on this team?
You know, I was very lucky to be asked by Pia and her team to join their styling team to help with LA Style Week. And because I'm working on a lot of projects in the Philippines, it sort of was like the perfect bringing together. And I guess I just happened to be the only American.
What made you decide? You've worked on Dior, you've worked on Chanel, you've worked on Levi's, you've worked on other high-profile fashion shows. What made you want to work with Pia?
Pia. I mean, it's Pia. Her personality, the dresses, the jewelry, just how it looks on a woman, I think is just incredible. And so that's part of the reason that I wanted to work with her, because I think it's so important for us to have fashion out there that a woman wants to wear, that's accessible, that makes her feel great. And Pia just conveys that in every piece that comes down the runway.
Right. Let's take a look at some of the models that are joining us today. Drew, may we see you? Talk to us about this dress, Pia. What was the inspiration for designing something like this?
Well, I use my usual drapes, of course, but you know, this one was like I went to the beach before making this dress, and there was like a waterfall, so there was like that cascading thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and then just I wanted to accentuate the waist and create some illusion. So there you go.
I like the belt. Talk to us about the belt. Who can talk to us about the belt?
Well, the belt is made by Ken Zamudio. He's a Filipino accessory designer as well. What we did is we collaborated, so we made a line called Ken Zamudio for Pia Gladys Perey. So I gave him my inspirations, my thoughts, and how I think it should look, and then he gave his inputs, and then
yes, if Drew can turn, because I want to see the back of this dress. It's very effortless. I love the low cut back, but then at the same time, what I like about the belt is from the front you see that it's a belt, but in the back it's actually you can tie it. It's a bow. How difficult or easy was it to style something like this?
Well, when you're styling for Pia, it's a little bit of both. No, we're very lucky because the dress kind of gets you coming and going. So in terms of the accessories, it was just about making sure that they had the right placement. So we had a great team who was really on top of that. And the thing is, for the everyday woman, like, you can buy this dress and belt, and you can get dressed for dinner, and you can do it yourself, which I think is so important, because that's why you want these pieces.
When you work backstage, now I've seen some, and it's crazy. How crazy was it last night?
It was crazy. During LA Fashion Week, there's generally 4 or 5 shows in a row. We happened to be the last show, so we had a full house of other people's teams, our team, of course, our incredible models, and all these beautiful clothes. So it was, it kept us busy.
How do you stay calm?
An Altoid.
Really?
I just suck on an Altoid and think about what has to happen during the night. I think because I've been doing it so long, I know exactly what should happen in terms of our team, in terms of styling, keeping our designer happy, which is most important to me, because I want to make sure she's reveling in the fact that she's about to have a show and not be crazy. So it's just checks and balances.
And I think that's why you were able to go out and mingle with the guests while waiting for the show.
Yeah, I felt confident that everything will be okay.
So you're happy?
I'm very happy.
You're
I'm a happy woman.
I am. If she's happy, I'm happy.
Models are happy. I'm sure they're wearing beautiful dresses. Thank you, Drew. Let's call on model number 2. I like this dress. Tell us about it.
Well, this one, the skirt part, the bottom part, is something that is from an old design, which I really, really like, because, it covers the hip part. And, if some women, like we have some here.
Problem areas, yes.
Those problem areas, and they don't have to be so, problematic about these problem areas, because of this dress just, creates a coverage, but there's the shape
I
of the
like
waist.
that. If you can turn on to your side, there. I like the drapes in the back, because then it accentuates the bum. Yes, right. Very sexy too. Okay. What about the top? Tell us about the top.
Well, you know, it looks like it's covered, but there's actually a peekaboo keyhole there, so it gives that sexy look.
Right. You know, okay, let's talk about that, sexy. Just not too long ago, we talked about women with small breasts, small versus large breasts, and something like this peekaboo. Is it only worn by women with fuller breasts, or it doesn't matter?
Well, ideally it should be worn by women with small breasts, I think. But you know, some women, you know,
women with small breasts.
Yeah. Yeah, because, well, if you'll ask me, yeah, because that's my preference.
That's your idea for who you want to wear.
But you know what? I think it's really just with a dress, it's how a woman carries the dress. If she owns the dress, you know, it doesn't matter for which body type it will be.
Yes.
But if she rocks a dress, then that's all that matters.
Why not, right? How do you marry a dress to a particular model?
You know, the thing is when we cast our models and when we're, you know, aligning them with the clothes, it is about the designer's vision and what woman does she see in that dress. So in this case, we were very lucky because all of our models had a similar body type and look.
Right, and they're all very beautiful.
And they're all stunning, and the clothes are beautiful. But it's, you know, with the colors, you think about hair, you think about their skin tone, you think about what's going to be done with their makeup, and that makes it a little bit easier to align a dress on a model.
How long is the planning process? Weeks.
Normally weeks. They definitely had a long process in the Philippines, and especially with the travel. But the last week it's been pretty crazy because they arrived, the models were casted, the final looks were selected, the samples were checked to make sure that everything was okay, and then the models were fitted, and we jumped right into the show.
Right, I'm hearing on my ear, wrap. But I want to add a few more minutes because I want to talk about the shoes. The shoes are also very beautiful. They stood out last night, in my eyes. At least at the show. Tell us about those.
Well, this is a collaboration again between me and a shoe brand in the Philippines, again called Philia. So I'll be launching a special line with them. It's called Pia Gladys Perey for Philia. So it's going to be available here.
So Pia is a Kababayan designer who collaborates with other Filipino designers. I love that. All of the pieces, all of the clothes were made in the Philippines. The shoes are also made in the Philippines. The belt also made in the Philippines. It's like, it's bayanihan in fashion right here, happening right now with a token Filipino right here, Colin, because I know that you're raring to go to the Philippines and work on some projects there.
That's right.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
We're gonna go off Colin for now, but when we return, we'll meet Ao on the show. Don't go away.